coming today. As you know, I called this press conference to address issues arising out of the District 4 election challenge. But before I begin, I'd like to ask Judy Chia and Craig Fraud to say a few words. Judy?
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Judy Chia. I'm a concerned resident of District 4. I have several grievances against Man Nguyen. First of all, he is wasting taxpayer time and money by continually demanding a recount when he should be doing his job. And second of all, he's trying to erode the democratic process by suing to win. It is a fact that he has lost by 12 votes, yet he is still complaining that he needs to be declared the winner. So I had just one thing for Man Nguyen to understand, is that he needs to man up and do his job. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Craig, who's with me through the 11 days of the voter-initiated recount, to say what he has first.
Well, okay, so I have a background in data management and geographic systems, information systems, and so I have a pretty good idea how you deal with collecting data, and I was really completely impressed with how the registrar of voters operated. They were meticulous, they were conscientious, and I have no idea why anybody would question what they're doing. I've never seen a process work as well as they do. They're absolutely uncorruptible people. They spend many hours very patiently going through thousands of ballots, sincerely determined to find the intent of the voter on every single ballot that they look at. And I've challenged a lot of them based on the color of the ink, whether the signatures were exactly identical, whether the marks looked like they were the same, and I sure didn't see anything in 11 days of looking at this stuff. I think they did a fantastic job, and I think we're wasting our time by continuing this, what we're doing right now. Going through and recounting and recounting and recounting. It's done. I understand why somebody's frustrated that they lost by only 12 votes, but that's how it is. And let's move on.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Judy. So I called this conference, as you know, to comment on the matters relating to the election challenge because, 6 weeks ago, as you know, Councilmember Nguyen filed litigation in court, and because it's ongoing, I don't want to comment directly, point by point, to refute his legal arguments. But I just wanted to reassure my supporters that I plan on taking office in January. And for now, the time being, Councilmember Nguyen is still our representative, and they should reach out to him and his staff with their concerns that need addressed. It has been brought to my attention, however, that since June, Councilmember Nguyen has been less engaged in the work of the district, and he has been more preoccupied with staying in office rather than doing the work of the office. This is unfortunate. District 4 needs representation, not litigation. And so today I'd like to announce that I am going to start a listening tour. I've already reached out to a number of community members and community organizations to ask to meet with me, to hear their concerns, and I will continue to reach out to other stakeholders throughout the city so that when I enter office, their concerns, their needs will be at the forefront of my mind.
My Wall Street.
They'll be at the forefront of my mind. Moving forward, although I don't have an office, I don't have any staff, I don't have a vote on the council yet, I am eager to begin my education as an elected official so that I can more readily make up for the lost time this past 14 months that District 4 has had ineffective representation. In regards to the lawsuit, I think it is okay for me to say that, in my opinion, Councilmember Nguyen has not done an adequate job of presenting a factual basis for his legal claims. Assuming that everything he alleges happened, every wrong that he says happened did happen, he has still not alleged that the outcome would change. He cannot demonstrate that he has more votes than me, and that really is a standard that he needs to overcome to win. So I think that it's quite an absurd situation I'm not concerned with the merits of his argument, but in suing me personally, he has put me in a difficult position. Councilmember Nguyen is alleging that the County Registrar of Voters has mishandled the recount, but in following elections code, he is suing me personally and putting me in the position of having to defend the work of the county, to defend the internal process of the county, of which I have no firsthand knowledge. Through the many days that I observed the recounts, I feel that they did an adequate job, but again, I cannot speak on behalf of the county and adequately defend them in a lawsuit. But, and here's one of the big things that I want to point out to the press today, it gets more absurd, because in going about and attempting to defend this lawsuit, I have been advised by the San Jose's City Attorney's Office that under their rules, I am not really able to do much to pursue a legal defense. I've been told by the City Attorney's Office that I can no longer use my remaining campaign funds because beginning on the day that I was certified the winner by the City Council, my remaining funds became surplus funds, and I cannot touch that. I've been told by the City Attorney's Office that I cannot raise money, I cannot ask my supporters to donate to help me fund a legal defense fund because under San Jose City rules, you can elected officials and candidates for office can only solicit money 6 months before an election day. Also, I've been told by the city's attorney office that I cannot accept free help from any law firm willing to help me beyond the value of $460. What this effectively means is that in order to defend this lawsuit, I have two choices. Either represent myself, which is not an ideal situation, or to pay out of pocket for the professional legal help of an elections attorney to defend the suit. I feel this is unjust and wrong, unfair certainly. I think that people who run for office are answering a call to service, and to be put in a situation where they are facing a disgruntled, defeated opponent who is independently wealthy and has the funds to continue litigating, I don't feel it's right for the winner to have to face such a legal challenge by themselves. So I have reached out to a number of council members, the mayor, to talk about this and to request that they revisit this matter. In 2013, Mayor Chuck Reed did propose that changes to the city municipal code so that council members and people running for office can fund legal defense funds up to a certain amount. My understanding is that that proposal was passed in Rules Committee, but for whatever reason never became law. I have reached out to members of the council, this present council, to ask that they revisit this proposal. But today I'm formally calling on the council to do something so that future candidates running for office aren't faced with the same difficulties that I'm facing right now. And if they can make that retroactive, all the better for me. Because right now I feel that, Councilmember Nguyen is pursuing his legal rights, but in doing so he's throwing punches, and the rules of this city are basically tying my hands behind my back. So I would just hope that things change for the better. Thank you for your kind attention. I'll now take questions if you have any.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Let's set aside all the legal matter for now. What would you do on your first day on the job?
What would I do on my first day on the job? I think on the first day of the job, it's a lot of orientation. There's learning, what the offices are, learning where the rooms are, and the meeting rooms, and just how City Hall, the layout of it. I think it's getting to know staff, getting to know other people, other council members, the other new elected officials. There's not much that you can do in your first day, so I think the first day will be quite slow. Yes, sir.
Well, this is the era of Citizens United. Could an independent committee, not talking to you, go out and raise money for your legal defense?
That's an interesting question. From a campaign finance perspective, I'm speculating. I think they could. From a legal perspective, I don't know that they could hire an attorney to represent me. Because even if a PAC, a super PAC or somebody were to pay an attorney, that attorney's duties is to represent me, and they could not be representing the PAC. So there is somewhat of a conflict there. And in my opinion, I can see that even if a PAC were to pay for my legal defense, by representing me, I would be the beneficiary of some sort of gift. And it gets me back to that same rule that the city attorney warned me about, where I can't accept the value of a gift beyond $460. Any other questions? Yes.
Have you responded to the lawsuit?
I have not responded to the lawsuit. In my present circumstance, I have decided that because Councilmember Nguyen's lawsuit is thin on facts, he basically looked at the elections code, which allows you to challenge an election for reasons A, B, and C, and he submitted a complaint alleging A, B, and C. But he does not have any facts that say on this day at this time this person did that, and so there's really nothing for me to refute. It is my hope that a court will see that and a judge will throw the lawsuit out. But if the judge decides to pursue it, then I will respond with a substantive response at that time.
Is there any time limit you have to respond?
The time limit for the initial response has passed. At this point, basically the judge will decide whether to proceed with the lawsuit based on what Councilmember Nguyen has presented and based on what her own assessment of the situation is. I've decided to trust her judgment and trust the process, as I have since the beginning. Anything else? Other questions? If not, I thank you for your time.
Last question.
Okay.
Have you been in contact by the grand jury?
I have not been in contact with the grand jury. That's an entirely separate process from the lawsuit.